Hey everybody, Mrs. Norris here. So today I'm going to walk you through lesson 3.7, energy drink comparison. And in this activity, what you will be doing is collaborating with sheets, and you'll be watching this tutorial to understand what to do. I want you to know, how do I use Google Apps to create, collaborate, and share documents effectively. I want you to understand how to use productivity tools correctly, because this is going to make you more marketable in the future. And today what you're going to be doing is collaborating by editing a shared document. And I'll show you why shared is in quotes in just a minute. So our kind of buy-in background information or overview is: in health class, you are learning about nutrition. Your teacher has assigned you and a partner the task of comparing the nutritional information of several of the leading energy drinks on the market. You both decide that using a Google Sheet is an easy and effective way to work collaboratively on this project. So your new skills are to, again, quote, collaborate. You're going to learn how to insert a note, insert a row, format row height, and align text vertically. You'll be using a shared Google Sheet. So instead of, because some of you are ready for this assignment and most of you are working on something else, so rather than wait until you have another person to partner with, I've played the role of the student that you will be collaborating with. So today, what you're going to see me do is show some of those collaborating like hints, or to know that you're collaborating with somebody, what to look for, by collaborating with my stepson as an example. Okay. So what you're going to do, rather than create a whole new document to share with somebody else, you're going to make a copy of a document that I've already created. Okay. So you're going to make sure that you change copy of to your first and last name, and then you're going to move your to your Google Sheets folder before you continue on. And I'll show you all of that in just a moment. All right. So the text that you're going to copy is down below. I've already copied the data that is in columns A, B, and C. You're going to be copying the data that's in columns D, E, and F only. All right. And you'll see what that looks like in a second. You're going to center align columns D through F, and you're going to add borders to cells A1 to F14, which you maybe review, it may not be. I'm going to show you how to do that just in case. And then again, center align columns D through F, which I'll show you again as well. Okay. So here's the information that you're going to be copying. Again, I've already done A, B, and C. You're going to be doing D, E, and F on your own. When you're done, make sure you download this as a PDF and then submit your PDF through Canvas. All right, so we've gone through all of the instructions. Let's get started. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to make a copy. I'm going to show you the copy, what it looks like originally, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's collaborating with somebody else. So right now, just wait, hold off just a second before you make a copy of this. I'm going to go ahead and click on the file, and I'm going to make a copy of this, which I'm going to immediately throw in the trash because I'll have like 5 copies. So you're going to see this on your screen here. Now, there are some things I want you to notice. First of all, there's a lot of stuff that I, as student A, have already done. I've already center aligned, I've already resized, I've already colored in. These are things I've already done. I've also already added a row, and this is important for you to understand, because when you look at the original that you're going to be copying, you'll see that there isn't a line for monster. So Red Bull goes straight to Venom. And that's because one of the new skills you're going to be learning is how to insert a row. So see, Red Bull goes straight to Venom, whereas on the copy that you're going to see from me, monster has been added in. So you're also going to be adding in a row as well. So this is a new skill for you to learn. I just want you to look out for that when you are entering your information into your file that you've made a copy of. Okay. Now what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and throw this away because I don't need it. And I'm going to close this tab, and I'm going to open up this other one here. And in fact, I'm going to Yeah, I'll just open this one up really quick. Okay. So here we have, let's say Caleb Norris is the student, right? And I've already started adding in my information from the image that's on the Canvas assignment. Okay. So I already started adding in the information. And again, because monster is a new row that's not in my directions picture, I need to be very careful to make sure that my numbers don't get messed up. Okay. Now, this is the this is my version. So I'm the A, right? And you can see that Caleb is currently viewing this. So if I go to Caleb's version, he's got me viewing it. And then wherever I move, and some of you already know this, wherever I move my cursor, and you kind of hover, you'll see my name there. Okay, so on mine, he's when I kind of hover over the pink, it's going to show his name. And on his, when he hovers over the turquoise, it's going to show my name. Okay. So those are things to look for when you are collaborating. Now, this is my file that I've created. So you're not going to see on mine, when I want to move it, I have a little file folder. On yours or on Caleb's, instead it says add a shortcut to the drive. That's because he and you are not the owners of this document. Okay. I've shared it with you. Yours, actually, your copy is going to have the file this time around because all you did was make a copy of it. And so now it's yours to have. But if you were actually collaborating with someone and they shared it with you, then it's going to show up here as add a shortcut to the drive because it doesn't belong to you. You're just an editor. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to move this to your Google Sheets, your My Sheets folder. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to add a shortcut. Yours says move. All right. And then your name, you should have already added your name up at the top here. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to have you pause the tutorial and start typing in your information from the main assignment sheet and then center align columns D through F. And then I'll show you how to add borders and then the other new skills in a second. So go ahead and pause this tutorial and complete just copying the data and center aligning columns D through F. And then we'll come back together in a moment. All right, so you should have completed that information. Again, being careful about the fact that there is now a monster row in between. So just make sure that you are careful. And then you should have center aligned columns D, E, and F. Okay, so you can see that when I'm on Caleb's version, when I go to mine, it's automatically updated. All right, so I'm going to be working on Caleb's version because this is the one that is technically yours. Okay, so I'm going to add the borders to cells A1 through F1 because I don't believe that's something that I've showed you. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So if I click on A1 and then drag my mouse down to F, yours would be F13 because we haven't added in an extra row yet. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and select all of my cells. So again, click on the first and drag down to the last. And then here, I'm going to click on borders. And then I'm going to click on all borders. Okay, now I have borders around all of my information. All right. So now what we are going to do is we are going to insert a row. So again, where I've inserted monster, you're going to insert something else. Okay, so we are going to insert a row below row 10. So I'm going to click on 10 and it's going to highlight my row 10. Okay, now I can go to insert and then row below, or I can right click and insert one below. So I'm going to go ahead and go to 10, insert row below. Okay. And we're going to insert the row in our new row 11. We're going to insert full throttle. Okay, and then our information in column B is 8, and then 2.5, so $2.50, 220, 58, and then 210. Okay, so that's our row 11, our new row. Okay, so we've centered a line, we've added our borders, and now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to format our row height. So you can see that rows 2 through 7 are bigger than rows 8 through 14. So what we're going to do is we're going to select rows 8 through 14. So if I click on the 8, you have to be careful because if I click on 8 and then it'll try to move it around, which is not what I want it to do. Okay, I want to click and drag real quick. And then I'm going to resize. So I'm going to go to format. Actually, that's not it. I'm going to right click. There we go. Resize rows 8 through 14. Okay, so I'll just show that again since we had a bit of confusion. So click, drag, let go, right click, resize, and we're going to specify to resize at 50. Okay. All right. Now, the other thing that you can probably see is that now our cell alignment is different. So Venom is in the middle, but Guru, Arizona, all of those are down at the bottom, and as well as the ones that you've added in here. So we're going to go ahead and change that. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to, this is where we go to format. Okay. Align. And then middle. So while our cells, our rows 8 through 14 are highlighted, I'm going to go to Format, Align, and Middle. And now they are all in the middle, so they're all the same. Okay, so the last thing that we need to do is insert a note. So we've inserted a row, we formatted the row height, and we aligned the text vertically. So now what we're going to do is insert a note. Okay, so if you look at A1, B1, and C1, you'll see that there are little triangles there. Okay, those little triangles are to show that there's a note. So we have a note here, and a note here. And in this collaboration activity, that note shows what columns each student did. So you need to show that you did columns D, E, and F. So I'm going to click on D1, and then I'm going to go to Insert, Note, and I'm going to put my first and last name. So you put your first and last name, and then click anywhere outside. So to show you again, E1, Insert, Note, and then your first and last name. So I shouldn't see Caleb Norris. I should see your first and last name. Okay. And then again, anywhere on the chart, last one, F1, insert, note, and then Caleb Norris. So now all of the row 1 cells have these little triangles in the corner that show who did what column. Okay, so that's everything. We quote unquote collaborated. We inserted a note, we inserted a row, we formatted our row height, and we aligned our text vertically. So now that this is done, I'm going to make sure I download this as a PDF. So File, Download, PDF. And then I'm going to submit this through Canvas. So once this is done, either automatically or in the next couple of days, the next assignment is going to open. I just want to show you that really quickly. The next assignment is an assessment. So there will not be a tutorial. You are expected to know how to do all of this stuff. So please make sure that you pay attention to each step That's in the review skills. What you see down below, this is not what it's going to look like. It's just the data that you need to enter. So again, your next assignment after 3.7 is an assessment. There is no tutorial. You are expected to remember how to do this stuff. If not, you can go back to previous assignments and watch those tutorials, but I cannot help you because it is an assessment. All right. Alrighty, that's it. So make sure that you submit 3.7 as a PDF, and good luck on your assessment.